Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my newborn essentials. This is a collab with my sweet friend Brittany here on YouTube. Her channel is called That Mama Goes. I love her channel because she is currently pregnant. We have so much in common. She's a nurse. She has a son that is just a little bit older than Maverick. He's almost about to turn 2. We are both pregnant. We both have German Shepherds. The similarities are endless. So I love her channel. She is a women's holistic health nurse, and she is just a plethora of knowledge on women's health and pregnancy, trying to conceive, all that kind of stuff. She talks about it on her channel, and I just love her channel. So go check her out. She's wonderful. She doesn't sugarcoat things. I just love her personality. So go check her out. We are both doing our newborn essentials. We are like due within days of each other. So we both thought it would be a good idea to show you our newborn essentials. Like I said, we both have sons about the same age. So we've been there. We know what we used and what we didn't use. So we're just gonna share with you what we loved and needed, and so I hope you enjoy. So my newborn essentials, I am only going to show you things that I could, well, I hate to say I could not live without, because they did it back in the day and they lived without all these things probably, but just things that were super helpful, got me through those first, you know, that first month or two of having a newborn at home. Maverick was my first, so I bought a ton of stuff. I was given a ton of stuff. Some stuff I used, some stuff I bought way too much of, but these are the things that I just thought were so helpful to me and I wanted to share with you guys. So let's get started. So I know that the Diaper is like super popular. If you watch my channel, you know that I am really cheap, and I was not about to pay, at that time I think it was like $250 or something, like astronomical for a little tiny bed. It's more than his like crib mattress costs. It's crazy. But I wasn't gonna pay that. So I went on the hunt to look for something that I could put him in, whether it was sitting beside me on the couch, on the floor, on the bed, just something to kind of keep him propped up and kind of contained in that first month or so. So we bought this Boppy lounger, and I love it so much. It has this little handle. We carried this thing everywhere. It went with us, like if we went to somebody's house, we took it with us. It was amazing, and it just kept him contained. He was sitting up, he could see what was going on. Like, I think we used it up until like, I don't know, 3 months or so, and this thing is only like $30, so it was amazing to have. I love it. It washes. I just threw it in the wash several times. It's washed up really good, and I'm excited to have it to use for this next baby as well. The only thing different about this than the Diaper, I know he can't sleep in here. It's not safe for like sleeping because he could like roll off or whatever, but he always slept in his rock and play anyways, and I'm hoping that will be the case for this next baby as well. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is the rock and play, and I actually got a new one for this baby. I got the one with the automatic rocker because I didn't have that with my last one, and I didn't feel like I needed it, but I had to buy a new one, so I just got that option. I will insert a picture. We got it, but I haven't put it together yet. We absolutely love that thing for Maverick. That was another thing that we took with us everywhere we went. It folds up so easily. It just slid right in the car. It was so easy to just take it with us. He had somewhere to go, somewhere to nap. He was comfortable in there. So we used that thing so much. Plus he had acid reflux really bad. So he had to sit up sleeping. So he never had the option of like a bassinet or anything for the first 3 months or so. He didn't lay flat until about 3 months is when we moved him to his crib, but he had acid reflux so bad. So that sat him up just enough to where he was safe and breathing and all that stuff. The next few things I'm going to show you are Swaddlers, and I bought a ton of Swaddlers, and I'm going to show you one that I didn't like, but I know it just depends on the baby. These are ones that worked good for us, and then I'm going to show you one that didn't work for us, but I know certain babies love it. So hopefully I kept it around just in case this baby likes it. The first one I'm going to show you is the Halo Sleep Sack Swaddle, and this one I loved. It's a little bit more like firm than this next one I'm gonna show you, but and you could make it like a little bit tighter and more snug. This we used in the first, I would say 3-4 weeks, and he loved it so much. He was a baby that needed to be swaddled. So we would put him in this and then put him in the rock and play, and he slept. He's always been a good sleeper. I mean, after the first month, he was sleeping pretty much through the night, I would say. Every now and then he would get up about 3 a.m. But, and then he slept through the night about 3 months for sure. But anyways, this Swaddler is a must-have. These next ones are from Swaddle Me, and I ended up just getting one of the Halo Swaddlers, but these ones are a lot cheaper, and he enjoyed these too. They're not quite as thick as the Halo one, but you just put them kind of in this little hole and then swaddle them up, and he never could get out of these. I tried to swaddle him with like a blanket. I could never get him to stay in there. He was a real wiggly baby, but I love these. I bought several of these, and I will use them for my next baby as well. This is the one that he did not enjoy, and I am glad I only bought one of these. This is the Love To, I think it's, let's see. Yeah, Love to Dream. I'll show you the little logo. But it's just like a zipper. Let me show you the bottom. A zipper one, and that way they can move their little arms up into here. But he had to have his arms kind of on his stomach down by his side, so he hated the fact that his arms would get stuck up here and then he couldn't get them down. So he hated this one, and I tried it multiple times, and no, it would never work. But I don't know if it's not going to work for our next baby. I know that you can buy these with, they like zip out, the arms zip out for when they get a little bit older and want their arms out, but we never progressed to that. So I'm glad I only bought one of these, and maybe it will work this next time, but we'll see. My next newborn must-have is zipper sleepers, and this was a gift to us. I loved this one. So cute. It has a little ruffle bottom. So adorable. It says cutie, babble, princess, happy, sweet, loved, adorable. So cute. Anyways, the zipper sleepers are a must-have, especially in those first couple weeks, if not month, where you're just kind of sleep deprived and just need easy access. If you haven't seen my baby girl clothing haul, I actually got like 30 some of the zipper sleepers, and the button ones are fine too. It's just in the middle of the night, you don't want to be fumbling with that. So the zipper ones are really nice, but I got 30 some so that we don't have to worry about laundry. I mean, we'll always be worrying about laundry, but you know what I mean. We can just change her as often as we can, and we have a ton of them. I have actually got them secondhand. So go watch that video if you haven't seen it already. Next thing is Burp cloths, and I hate to show these because I don't think you can't buy these. These were homemade for me. I know that Aiden and I have ones similar to these, but I love these. I have a bunch of the Aiden and I ones that I use for Maverick, but these are my absolute favorite. My mother-in-law had these made for me, and they're so cute. This one says Grandma's rules are the best. But I love the shape of them. And they are made out of, I don't even know what this is called. And they are like way used, because I use them so much with Maverick. Like I said, he had acid reflux, so we went through, I don't know, so many per day. But these are a perfect shape. It just goes right over your shoulder. This, whatever this material is, like doesn't budge. I noticed the Aiden and I ones are like so thin. First of all, they're kind of a joke when it comes to a Burp brag, and they also just kind of fall off. These are like stuck to your shirt, whatever you're wearing. So I loved these so much. She made us like, she had them made by a friend, and I'm not really sure how many we have, but I love them, and these are the first thing, one of the first things that I'm going to pull out when baby girl's born. The next thing is a wrap, and this one's actually the Moby wrap, and it's hard to show you. But I absolutely loved this thing. I also used a friend let me borrow a boba, and I loved that one. I almost loved that one a little bit more than this one, than the Moby. Reason being, it was a little bit more stretchy. The Moby is very, very stiff, which as they get bigger is a good thing. But like if you're using it in the summer or whatever, the boba is a little bit thinner and stretchier and more breathable. I did love the Moby as well though. I learned to breastfeed into this thing. I learned to do a lot of different holds with it, and I just wore him a lot. But I just loved having this. I would throw it in the car. I had actually this one in the car, and then I had the boba at home. Yes, definitely a wrap is a must-have. This next must-have is kind of weird. When I was registering for Maverick, I saw all the different diaper pails. I watched all the reviews on them, and the thought that kept popping into the back of my head is like, I don't want stinky, nasty diapers just sitting in my home. And whatever, to each their own. If you want to use one of those, by all means, use one of those. But I remember my sister-in-law always just had a trash can, and when it gets, you know, halfway full or full, you empty the trash can. Poopy diapers aside, like obviously you're not gonna throw those and let those sit, but you just take them straight out. I wanted something that wasn't too big, that had a lid, and that would be taken out in a timely manner and not have like diapers sitting in there for weeks on end. So this is just a trash can from IKEA, and it just has this lid, and it actually has this part that comes out that you can dump or whatever, but I always just put Walmart sacks in there. At first, I mean, 2-3 days, I would take it out like every 2-3 days. And the fact that it had a lid, it did never stink and never smelled like, I mean, inside would kind of smell like pee, but I just kind of bleached it out every now and then, or just sprayed it with bleach. And that way we didn't have like huge amounts of diapers piling up in a bin. So yeah, I just got this from IKEA. I think it was like, I don't know, $7 or $10 at the time. So yeah, definitely using that again this time. My next newborn must-have is a good diaper bag, and this time it seems like it means even more because I'll have a 18-month-old and then this newborn. So this diaper bag actually was a gift from my brother and my sister-in-law, and I registered for it on Amazon. But I wanted something that could be well organized, that was neutral, because I wanted Brian to be able to carry it, and a backpack. My cousin has 4 kids, and she always recommended getting a backpack just because I just don't want to be like fooling with 2 kids and trying to keep a cute little, you know, satchel over my shoulder. I don't care how cute it is. So this I loved. I've gotten lots of compliments on it. It may not fit for a girl, but we're gonna use it. I will have it for 2 babies now. So I love it just because obviously it's a backpack, and then it has the clips for the cart, which I used all the time. It has so much organization. We just recently switched from this to a smaller bag because I'm finding that Maverick doesn't need as much stuff, but as soon as the new baby comes, we'll be switching back to this. My next newborn must-have is a diaper caddy, and this one I have loved so much. We did a lot of traveling Maverick's first year and driving. We had about a 10-hour trip each way, so it was so nice to have this. Like, I would just keep everything in here, and it's not stocked right now. I still use it. This is Maverick's, and I'm hoping, I think I'm gonna order this exact same one for baby girl, but I haven't done that yet. I need to, because this one's been so good. I mean, you can't even, we have used this and abused this thing. It has gone everywhere with us. But I keep medicine in here. I keep suction, Nosefrida. I keep thermometers, diaper rash cream, anything that I just need is in here. Like I said, we traveled a lot, and all I would have to do is grab this thing, and I knew that I had everything that I needed. Also at home, when we're just at home, it stays in my bedroom because it's on our first floor, and I always know that I have everything that I need in one spot. Brian knows what goes back in here. I know what goes back in here. it's always at arm's reach and we don't have to be searching for things. My next newborn must-have is the Nosefrida. And like I was saying earlier, Maverick had a big problem with acid reflux. He would like sometimes stop breathing, and that lasted up till about 3 months. So he would get like, vomit, but it would come out his nose and he couldn't breathe, and it was a very, very scary situation, especially for my husband. I use this a ton. The suction bulbs that they give you at the hospital are amazing. I love those too, but the ones you buy from the store are not as high quality as those. So with this next baby, I'm gonna see if they'll give me like 10. Doubt it, but but I did love this, and I love the fact that you can keep it sanitary. You change the filter, boogers don't get in your mouth. It's awesome, and you can control like the amount of suction depending on, you can even, I mean, there were times that he was so backed up that I had to suction his mouth with this. So it's just a better option when if you have a baby like with reflux or whatever that may have like airway problems with it. This was a must-have. This next baby must-have I saw on somebody, oh man, I don't even know who I saw this. I watched a ton of these videos when I was pregnant with my son before he was born, like what to buy, what not to buy. So I saw this on someone's newborn essentials. This was $5 on Amazon, and it's just a foam mat. And you know, you're not supposed to submerge your baby the first until their umbilical cord falls off. I don't even know if that's a thing anymore. But this was amazing. We just would put it on our counter in our bathroom, put him on it. I would do the warm water and just kind of squeeze warm water over him and just kind of bathe him that way. This would soak up all the water. I put a towel underneath it too. And then you just wring it out, and I would wash it every now and then with like soap. Like I would just put Dawn dish soap over it and clean it, get it all wet, and then wring it out and rinse it out, and it was fine. But this I actually really loved, and it was like $5. My very last thing is, and I know everyone's seen these, you can actually get them for free, I think, from the little coupons. This is just a stretchy nursing cover, car seat cover, whatever. I love this thing. Maverick was born in September, so it's starting to get a little bit cold, and we used, I have it around here somewhere, but one of those like more thick ones that kind of creates a barrier. But this was awesome, like in September, October, November. We don't live in too cold of a climate, but I loved this thing. I didn't use it too much for nursing. I felt like it was too constrictive, and nursing wasn't the easiest for me, so I didn't use it too much for nursing. I usually just, honestly, I tied one of those huge muslin blankets in a knot, put it around my head, and that was my cover. But this was multi-purpose. We used it a ton on the car seat. It goes amazingly in a cart, a shopping cart, and I did use it a little bit for nursing, but yeah, this was definitely a must-have. And I think that is all for my newborn must-haves or newborn essentials. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are here from Brittanny's channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to subscribe if you like videos like this. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and we will see you next time.
I think that I'm going to hiding somewhere by a gated star. Baby, they ain't never gonna